Hello, folks, and welcome to our channel. So today is Thursday's news. Where I thought there was smoke coming from the mic. Then I've got a bit of hair on it. I thought I took it off anyway. Um, Today is Thursday's news, where I look at just some of the main topics of the past week or today. Now, as you know, if you've been here a while, you know that I don't watch the news. I only really read on the news very briefly on a Thursday morning, where literally I will find out or try and find out the main topics of the day and will literally read the headline and the what is it, subline or whatever it is. That's it. I don't deep dive. I don't stalk Trump. I don't stalk any of the other politicians. I don't obsess over politics. I have a very basic view of it, and that's why I like to read on it, so I can't be corrupted by my own thoughts. Anyway, the areas that we're going to be looking at today is the Trump-Gaza peace deal. Apologies if it's not called that. I'm calling it that. Ceasefire to be signed. Israel hostages to be released. We're then going to look at Chicago, and the National Guard has been deployed. Um, and Maddie McCann, because Maddie McCann parents have been stalked. Oh, there's something in America, isn't there, to do with someone's house being set fire to? I don't know the name. I don't know the name of the people, but I know in my brain what I'm talking about. So let me write this down. House fire, where all the family were in it, or some of the family was in it anyway. I'll put it in the title when I come off because my phone's on live as well. So house fire in the US, I think it was. It doesn't matter. I don't need to know the names and everything. My brain knows exactly what I'm going to be reading on, and that's all that matters. Anyway, let's get to it. Oh, we might look at Prince William as well. Write that down as well. And Prince William apparently has had quite a huge reaction to Meghan Markle and her behaviour in Paris. Prince William, will put that. God, this list is getting bigger. So, the decks you will see during this video are the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. You will also see the Zen Tarot by Osho. You will also see the Investigation deck by Trish James Oracles. We'll get that out for McCann's. Um, and the Governance Oracle by Trish James Oracles. So, Trump Gaza plan. I'm drawn to this new deck that one of my lovely clients and followers bought me. I'm just drawn to it for Trump. I think she'd probably give me a look now if she knew that I was using it for Trump. But anyway, doesn't matter. I'm just drawn to it. I've got a sniffly nose today. I'm blaming the moon or the previous moon that we've had. So, Donald Trump, ceasefire. Donald Trump, Gaza peace, Gaza peace. Trump, Gaza peace. President Trump, Gaza peace. What do you want to say about it, please, Dick and Spirit? Ooh, morality. Interesting. Morality? Totality. Interesting. Clinging to the past. Ooh, look at that with the woman with the box on her head. Interesting. Control. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm doing that, YouTubers, I'm on a live at the same time. So control. Bloody hell, Trump. Fighting. We do know that Donald Trump has a past life or many past lives in Rome. The source. Suppression. Okay. So on paper, the peace deal looks great. Yay, we're going to have a peace deal. Peace is going to come. But as with anything to do with Trump, there can be extreme. He's a Gemini, isn't he? I'm sure he's a Gemini. It's the twins. Never know which Trump you're going to get from one day to the next. It's not as we think. I'm hearing the words Trump never does anything for nothing. So there is something in this for Trump. They're controlling cards. Um, there's something in this for him. There's something he is to be gained from this. Um, let's have a look at the governance deck in relation to this. Okay, we've got two that have fallen out. Let's have a look at them. Relentless determination. Facade. Let's get this one wrong. Of goodwill. So the man behind the mask. This isn't as positive as we think it is. Um, it's interesting because when I came on this morning, when I look at the news, I just look at it on my phone. I get on Sky and that's it. Um, I was like, oh yeah, there's like a ceasefire. That's good. I don't care who brings peace as long as they bring peace. And then I saw the thing about Chicago, and it's like the same man that is claiming to bring peace in another part of the world is bringing total terrorism, that word, into his own country, which isn't a good thing, is it? So, Trump Gaza peace deal. There's misleading headlines around this. Unresolved differences. More issues, new issues will come from this. There's controlled speech. He's not running the show. I don't think any of them are really in charge, to be quite honest. There's a power shift. Interesting. I'm being shown a book that I'm reading at the minute called Rule Britannia by Daphne du Maurier. And basically, they wake up, and it's in Cornwall. They wake up one day in Cornwall, I think it's in the 70s, and UK has been taken over by US. Interesting book, actually. I'm enjoying it. I'm being shown that book here. And that is in the book Rule Britannia, that's an issue between two countries, I think it is, or UK have come out of the EU and there's issues, but nobody's told what these issues are. All that they're told is that US has taken over and it's become the US UK, or yeah, it's Usk and it's something like that. Anyway, well, that sounded like Musk. Anyway, intimidation tactics. Unfortunately, my friends, this thing is not as good as it seems on paper. Possible distraction. I think we're going to be, I think peace, first and foremost, has to come from humans first in the world before we start to see peace in countries. Um, if you think that everything is frequency, if the world is at everyone's throats, you have a difference of opinion, so I'm going to take you down, I'm going to cancel you, I'm going to ram my opinion down your throat, I'm going to tell you that you're unawakened and all that shit that people like to tell each other. Um, until that calms down, we're going to see war in the world. So there's always going to be an agenda, until there is a big shift within the core of humanity, within the source of humanity. Let's just see what the tarot has to say about this. That card there, clinging to the past. There are concerns in relation to Trump and women and suppression. Okay, okay. Victory at all cost. We'll just do three cards with Trump's peace, Gaza peace deal. Okay, okay, there's lots. There's too many that's fallen out there. Trump's Gaza peace deal. Trump's Gaza peace deal. Very weakened. Bully boy tactics. Um, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, lacking wisdom, lacking integrity. Um, but there is hope. We've got this star, which is about healing and clarity. The flaws in this plan will come up quite soon. Many people will be talking about it online, podcasts, interviews, posts. This deal will be for the few and not the many. He's had to sell up part of America or sell, not actually sell up, I don't think, states, but there's something he's had to give up in America or powers to give up in America. Something he's had to sacrifice in America in order to get into this, whatever that is. Yes. Let's look at the released or the possibility of released hostages. Energy around. Ooh, interesting. What's coming out here? Existence and mind. Ooh, are we looking at mind control here as well? Ooh, look at that. Do two more cards, then we'll read them. Creativity, compassion at the bottom, and laziness. Yeah, it's the rich men again of the world. Laziness. So let me do the governance oracle in relation to this as well. Put those away. There's some form of control misinformation going on here. I think a lot of the hostages are going to have mental health issues that will last them for the rest of their lives. Oh, interesting. Interesting. This comes in off a download I had last night where there's an energy and I kind of get this energy of wanting to heal the world right now. But there are many people that are having to experience things that have done things in previous incarnations. And please don't get well, if you say please don't get triggered, I'm going to say it anyway. Um, some of these hostages, not just in this area of the world, but in other areas as well, have had previous incarnations where they've been things like in Nazi camp, where they've been Nazis and stuff like that. Um, so there's that's happening. People having to learn what it is to be suppressed. I'm just telling you what I feel in the cards. Not to go all Clinton Baptiste on you, but do not shoot the messenger. So there's stuff going on there. And this is about them learning about what they have done in previous incarnations, for them to then go forward to live a life free of that karmic debt. Interesting. There's issues with this deal with freeing hostages down to laziness and not having enough people to see it through. Some people will slip through the net. There could even be possibilities of trafficking as well. Um, Hostages to be released. Israel. Strained relations. Again, it's human life getting caught up in the middle of politics. Succession plan. It's for ego. Seeds of prosperity. Lacking readiness. We'll do 6. So 3 more. Forced hand. More bully boy tactics. This is real underbelly energy here. Dodging the questions. There's a lot of important questions in relation to these hostages that are going to be dodged. Lacking control. A lot is being promised, but there will be struggles to fulfill it. I'm seeing the energy as some people are freed in some part of the world, other people are not freed or imprisoned in other areas of the world. Okay, so let's move on to Chicago. Chicago and National Guard. Chicago National Guard. Show me the energy around this in Chicago. Too many cards there. Show me the energy of this in Chicago. National Guard. Abundance. Is there some money and wealth in Chicago that he wants control of, or oops, or that the government wants control of? Could even be energies in Chicago. Vibrancy in Chicago. I have no idea where in the US Chicago is, but there's something within the land in Chicago. Um, and the energy in Chicago is being suppressed, slowing down to slow to suppress people, to keep people from embracing their magic, using states, cities, towns. Again, I'm seeing it again, this book that I'm reading, the Daphne du Maurier book, where basically there's been a town that has risen up in a way. And they call it the Guard. It's like the American Army over there, well, in Cornwall, uh, cutting off the water supply and all kinds of things to make a spectacle of the village, to show other people what will happen if you step up. And I'm just being shown that a lot in this video. Existence, the dream, interesting. Lots of people dreaming of times gone by. Itchy nose, do not sneeze on camera. That's not clever. Sorrow and pain. People feeling that they can't take any more. It feels intense. It feels like an energy force that's coming towards people that they've no idea what to do with, how to go through with life even, and morality. And we start off with such beautiful cards, but then it's been taken from them. Any town or village that is closed down. Trump at some level, whether it's Chicago or somewhere else in the world, and not just Trump, but other people within the world right now on the world stage, we're seeing one of the reasons why we're seeing this is to wake us up to our morality of what is actually right or wrong in relation to suppression, God, Claire. And to also wake up good, decent morals and kindness and compassion for humanity, that humans shouldn't be suppressed and told what they can do with their bodies and what they should be doing, coulda, should, and all of that kind of. There's a lot going on here. I'd like to know about the ley lines of Chicago. Um, Governance Oracle, Chicago. Unfortunately, at the minute, I think with this reading today, and I think with what's happening in the world, there's no magic answers. But there is opportunity to go within and do some internal work, knowing that whatever you're experiencing right now is to do with your karmic debt, whether it's personal or whether it's something to do with your town, your country, your world. You're not just experiencing this for a reason. It could be generational stuff. We've spoken about this on the channel before. The invasion of the United States of America, all of that's coming up. It's difficult. There's no easy answer, but there is a lot to be learned from this going forward. It's interesting. A card is just, ooh, yes. Hope. There is hope here. Chicago. Okay. Successful outcome. Now, who gets the successful outcome? Let's keep pulling. There's some cards that are shifting dynamics. Who gets policy overhaul? Covert corruption. And bottomless money pit. And at the bottom, we've got pursuit of control. Unfortunately, you have somebody ruling your country that is in pursuit of control at any cost. Here he is at the bottom. The draining of the coffers. Do you have that word in America, the coffers? The draining of the finances. Um, there's a lot of planning going into a lot of this. Some of this is even been used to just distract from other things going on. It's been used to go in and get rid of policy that could actually be of help to people. What's going to be the outcome? No, guidance, not the outcome. Guidance for people in Chicago and the rest of America that are struggling with this right now. Courage. So we've got the card of courage, needing to find your courage and turning in to the inner world. Look at the outer world, all of this noise, all of this energy, all of these faces and opinions. The outer world is not where we need to be. It's the inner world. Come back to grace, come back to grace, come back to grace, come back to grace, come back to your heart center. And at a higher level, the character, the energy that is Trump is trying to teach us that it's taking a leap of faith. It's having faith that I'm here for a reason, experiencing this. And it may be really difficult, but there's something in my blueprint, energetic blueprint, that needs to go through this in order to clear something so that I can go forward and have a better existence. And the snake-like energy in politics, he is no saint. He is no light worker here to save people. At a higher level, all of this is part of a divine plan, but all this hero worshipping of him needs to stop. And one of the things I keep getting is that maybe he had to come back into power for some people to realize just what he is and what he's capable of. But we're being shown the absolute underbelly of politics, and I can't help but see the reptilian energy in this type of in this card. Completion, but you're also completing a cycle. And taking back life to a simple ordinariness. Yes. And compromise. You want calm in your country. It's the same for the UK. We have to be calm within, so compromise, not seeing each other as your enemy. When one day people will wake up to the fact that when you start supporting politics, when you start supporting leaders, you're going against your people. They're not your people. Your politicians are not your people. Your presidents, your prime ministers are not your people. They don't give two shits about you, to be quite honest. Um, there's a lot of corruption, and we're working through it right now. So let me just tick some of this on. Ceasefire done. Trump Gaza. Chicago done. Fire in the US. I think it's if it's not, don't worry, because in my brain I know what I'm reading on. Let's just have a look at this investigation oracle, see what comes up with that. I think it's a judge and his family's house. Empress, mother figure, empathy. So there's a mother figure here, empathy. Chariot, vehicle or moved. I wanted out. Is this something to do with the dynamics of the family? Ringmaster, organised. So the fire, according to the cards, remember there's no facts here, it's just for entertainment purposes only, was possibly organised. Could be something to do with an empress-like figure. Somebody that wanted out. Was this person aware of something going on? I am safe now. Again, the feminine energy. I am safe now. Not involved, unaware. Strength, confrontation. Deeply involved or water. Crime of passion or desire. There's something to do with relationships, something to do with passion, desire. There's something to do with a female. There's a ring involved here, as in a ring of bad people. Um, there is somebody at the center of this. There is a reason at the center of this. Um, Somebody's safety depended on this fire. I know that sounds weird, but anyway, could there be evidence within the house of something? Um, Again, it's something within the collective at the minute that's been brought up and is being used as a warning to some people. Right. Okay, Maddie McCann. So, Maddie McCann's parents, so Madeleine McCann, her parents, Gerry and Kate McCann, have been stalked by a young woman claiming to be Madeleine McCann. I think there's another woman as well involved in it. And it's in court this week. And apparently, Gerry said something really wild. In as far as he said he'd seen a text or a letter or an email from somebody claiming to be Maddie, but I didn't look at it. Now, if you're genuine, if you really genuinely know that your daughter's missing, you would look at anything that came through, wouldn't you? And we were talking about it yesterday, and it was like, yeah, like anybody else heard that and has realised what he is saying without realising what he is saying. So I'm going to do two things here. I want to use this deck because I've not ever used this deck on Maddie McCann. So we're going to go back in time a little bit and look at that whole thing again and see what the investigation deck has to say. And we're also going to look at what's going on now in the court with Madeleine McCann's parents. So let's go back in time to the time when Maddie, the night when it all happened. Show me the energy of Gerry and Kate McCann, please. The night that it all happened with Madeleine McCann. Going back in time. Gerry and Kate McCann. That's what they're doing. Show me their energy. Oh, clash. Drugs, alcohol, or blood. That's the first card that we've got. Drugs, alcohol, or blood. Um, let's keep pulling. There's marks left behind. We've got a windy road. Yes, at the bottom of the deck. Media or social media being used. And again, this is official people, secret groups, etc. Wink. A drain or waterway has been used here to dispose of her body. So water, drain, waterway. There was something going on at the time in the world that was really important, and this Maddie McCann thing helped to cover it up. I had to get away. Another woman here. I had to get away. I'm feeling this is a woman that was connected to the group at the time, the family, as a friend, a family, whoever she is, who was aware that things were not quite right and had to distance herself from the group involved. Something was seen. So has she seen something, this woman here? Something was seen. Somebody has seen something. Let's keep pulling. Suspicious activity on phones. Did Kate see? No, let's not name people, Claire. Remember, no facts here. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Um, did a female see something with a male and suspicious activity? I don't feel that this is Kate McCann. I feel this is somebody else. Or is it? Can it be two people? Because I am feeling Kate's energy in this as well. Um, we're going to do some more cards. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Jealousy or cheating. So there's jealousy and cheating involved with this as well. Hermit kept in the dark. Ransom or note left. And final card, a deal organised. So there's a lot going on here. I'm wondering if, I'm not going to name names because yeah, it's just not wise, is it? If maybe somebody was cheating, somebody else found out about it, and their head wasn't on the job as being looking after children. Maybe gave a child something to keep them quiet, to, sleep while we go out for a few bevies, drinks. Um, this said person who was doing things that wasn't right. I mean, it doesn't have to be, it could be cheating, it could be suspicious activities in different ways. But there's a female here, possibly two females, that are deeply unhappy, that want out of something. Their mind's not focused. There's a lot of male energy on phones doing things that they shouldn't be done. Um, Blackmail as well. Blackmail involved in this. And I still wonder if this female that we're talking about still wants out. And I wonder if it is Kate. Hmm. Right, let's have a card from this deck. Ugh. Maddie McCann has just gone missing. Maddie McCann has just gone missing. Give me a card. Isolation. Ooh, why have they spelt it like that? Isolation. Isolation. Letting go. Ooh, let's keep pulling. Patience. Again, the Empress there, the mother. And totality. Totality. One more card. Stress. Stress. Telling you, the female in this reading is under extreme stress at the time of the girl going missing. Makes a strange decision, one that she'll live to regret. There's other things going on within the family. There's the bevies on holiday, the drinks on holiday, overwork, overstressed. There's outside influences, yes. Deals, organizations, and whatnots. Um, there's a circus comes from this. For some reason, there is a circus, and for some reason, they keep dragging it up, dragging it up, dragging it up. Right, I want to pull some cards on the UK government at this time. The UK government. Maddie McCann has just gone missing. What's the UK government? Energy of UK government in relation to Maddie McCann going missing. Briefed in command. So there's a big meeting. Why is there a big meeting? Children go missing all of the time. But this is a big meeting. Somebody in command. Who was the Prime Minister at the time? Let me know in the comments who the Prime Minister was at the time. So it'd have been 2006 or 7. I can't remember. Would it have been David Cameron? I don't know. What, Margaret Thatcher and all that. 2007. I don't know. Collective action, the rising of the people. Here they all are. People are still trying to get to the bottom of this. The minute this story dropped, there was something within this story that got the collectives, piqued the collective's interest. Misleading headlines. So there's a reason here for misleading headlines, putting misleading information. The government allegedly, according to the cards, corruption. It's interesting using these decks. I've not used these decks with this case before. Corruption revealed. Economic challenge. So was there an economic? I can't remember. Remember what I said in the beginning? I don't really follow politics. 2007, 6, whenever this girl went missing, there was according to the cards, what I'm feeling is there's an economic challenge within the UK. And it's almost like it's really cold and callous, but it's almost like this is a story we can grab and throw it out there, throw it out there, throw it out there to cover up something else. We know this is nothing new. They're doing this all of the time. There's a trusted advisor here that is behind this, a manipulator, a master manipulator. Even the McCanns are a victim of this, if that makes sense. It's a targeted attack. And one more card, negative impact, mental health issues, having a negative impact on the UK population as well, bringing people's frequencies down, taking it. Well, is this a very simple story of a lack of parental guidance that has been taken way out of perspective and is now used to distract people, and people keep doing all kinds of going down all kinds of avenues with it. Interesting. Right, let's fast forward to 2025, and the McCanns are in court with a stalker who claims to be Madeleine McCann. Do I believe that she's? Let's see what the cards say. Is this girl who is in the court stalking Gerry and Kate McCann? Is she actually Maddie McCann? Is she actually Maddie McCann? Three cards. Hierophant, authority again. So we're getting authority. At the bottom, we've got magician and dark ritual. We do have dark ritual energy in this. We always have had dark ritual energy. Evidence or statement. And DNA evidence. Let's keep pulling. I said only three. Body is hidden. So this girl, this young woman, is not Maddie McCann. Maddie McCann, the body is hidden. That DNA evidence is interesting. A crime of opportunity. This person is seeing it as an opportunity for attention. Tunnel or underground. This girl who proposes to be her is from a very underworld energy, possibly very damaged herself. I don't want to go too far into it. I'd say looking at these cards, no, I'm feeling quite sickly at this stage. It's not Maddie McCann. Maddie has gone. I mean, it's Easter Bunny time, as in rabbit hole, but could she be a love child or connected? And I'm just with the DNA evidence. Let's do a card for the DNA evidence. Marks left behind and ringmaster organised. So somebody's organising this. Marks left behind evidence. There is DNA evidence with an itchy nose. There is DNA evidence, not of an itchy nose, but there is DNA evidence. If there's been DNA evidence that has been destroyed. Um, I am seeing society type stuff going on here. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Right, so the court case, the court case. Show me the energy of this court case with Gerry and Kate McCann. Again, there's two cards that have come out, and it is body is hidden, Her body is hidden. This is not the girl. There's DNA evidence. Now, DNA evidence could also be her DNA and the fact that it was her DNA, as in people closely connected to her, that hid it. Son, yes, correct path at the bottom. That's Madeline in the afterlife. She is a profound energy, is Madeline. So that is Madeline in the afterlife. Or in the other dimensions, hostage or trade. Devil, narcissistic, torture, rage. Strategy and planning. I had to get away. Again, we've got this energy. I had to get away. Clarifora, Clarifora, Clarifora. For her. Clari. I wonder if this I had to get away is Madeline. I know she was only a little girl at the time, but I wonder if there was unhappiness within the marriage and the soul that is Madeline just wanted out. I don't think that Madeline did something to herself, but at a soul level, I had to get away. Clarify, I had to get away. Yes, that's Madeline. Yes, that's Madeline. Had to get away. Purposely disappeared. She's purpose. I mean, did Maddie see some? I'm not. I'll promise you I won't go too crazy with this. But has Maddie seen something? Do you know what I mean? I'll tell me daddy or I'll tell me mummy. Are we dealing with proper dipstick? Well, I mean, dipstick isn't actually. I mean, not just dipstick, but tapped parents. That I've seen what you've done. I'm going to tell mummy. I'm going to tell daddy. Something here about she had to be disappeared. The adult and the child. We'll leave them where they are in court, where they belong. Um, Prince William. Prince William. So let's just stick to the tarot for Prince William. So I saw an article this week that Prince William went into an absolute rage over Meghan's antics in Paris. Um, I just want to read on William's reaction. I think we have, but I want to go there again because it's been a week for it, hasn't it? It's been an interesting week. It was right near that full supermoon. Prince William, Prince of Wales, his reaction this week to Meghan in Paris. Queen of Cups, Princess Diana. So here we have it. The death of the Queen of Cups, the death of Diana, and it really destabilized him. The death did, but also what's happened this week, it's hurt him in his heart. His heart hurt when he saw that footage. I also feel as well on some level that his heart hurt for Harry. That I mean, even though they're definitely not getting on. Um, his heart hurts for the fact that Harry's in this situation, and it's not so much adult Harry, it's little boy Harry. Little boy Harry that was so damaged by all of it, the whole Charles and Diana thing, um, other things that were going on in the royal family. We've had this conversation in relation to Andrew Lowney's book and abuse within the royal family with children and royal children, etc. I thought we had a light moment with Prince William here, but he's hurting. He's destabilized. He doesn't feel in his power. He's wanting to protect his family, to keep his family, as in Catherine and children, protected, to keep them away from all of this gutter shit behavior, which that's what it is. We've got the Empress, which is the mother. Support network, needing support network. Crossroads, caught in the middle. And releasing battles. How many more should we do? Should we do 8? the Prince of Cups. It's not actually the Prince of Cups, it's the Page of Cups in reverse. And final card, Three of Wands in reverse. It's just an energy of wanting to isolate himself more and more away from anything connected to Harry, Harry's behavior, Harry's wife, um, not wanting anything whatsoever to do with any of it. Do you know, I was thinking this morning on the toilet, I've told you about this, when I'm sat on the toilet in the shower washing up, I get loads of downloads because it's water, you see, it's a conductor, and I'm Cancerian. But I was getting that all of this that he's gone through and Catherine is going to be the making of them to become future monarchs, monarchs for the future, just to be like the kind. I know Charles is the monarch now, but he's only a holding monarch, and I really don't class Charles as a proper king, to be quite honest. I think there's a lot of controversial areas around Charles, but I think he's needed to hold to give William and Catherine space to just breathe and decompress right now. So thankful for that, Charles. Um, but I think that William is going to be the proper future king or first king of the age of Aquarius. And then what comes after that is going to be interesting. But yes, let's have three. Prince William, his reaction to Meghan. Ooh, okay. There's quite a few that's come out. There's too many. Look, there's too many. What's that at the bottom? Participation, yeah. Prince William's reaction to Meghan Markle. Oops, interesting. Cards upside down. Clinging to the past. It's upside down, so it's releasing that. He doesn't want to cling to the past. He wants to go forward. Do you know, the article I saw was like, William raged at the world, and he possibly did. He possibly had a moment like we did, like I did, and just had a right good old. Rah. But ultimately, it's also like the final thing with him of, I really don't want anything to do with the past, as in Markle, Harry, all of that. Letting it go, letting her do what she needs to do with her head in the clouds. Yeah. Existence, simplifying his life, simplifying his existence. Control, releasing control of it. Again, in reverse. And consciousness, stepping into consciousness. So he possibly had a very similar reaction that I had and that many of you had, where, right, and then it was like, actually, now, you do you, I do me, and let's see who thrives. Um, and consciousness, coming back to consciousness, coming back to his duty, coming back to the fact that he doesn't want to go into the gutter like some people are going into the gutter. Um, that he has a proper path ahead of him. He doesn't have an uncertain path ahead of him. He has a proper solid path ahead of him. He has a duty to provide. He's got a role and responsibility, and he knows that. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember, the next group healing is the 14th and 15th of October. Next week, in fact, £22 for 2 days distance channeled healing, and we're going to be looking at abuse. So, have you ever been abused? If you say to me, no, you haven't, you're lying, because we can be abused in many different ways: verbally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, physically. We can have our name blackened, all kinds of things, bullied in the playground, bullied in relationships, situationships, all of it. Further information about that is below in the description box. Thanks for watching. Love to all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.